We're live. Everybody getting notifications?
I felt it.
I have felt it. Give it a minute for people to hop on. I know we started a little bit later than 9 o'clock.
We'll do an EVP session.
An
An
EVIP.
EVIP. Do you want to see how to fake a K2 meter? Look at there. And the first person to sign in is Jennifer Seaton. Hello, Jennifer.
Welcome to the Blair Witch Project, Part 4.
I am so scared. to Josh and what was the other one's name? Mike.
I couldn't get past the first 5 minutes. I'm like, I can't handle this.
Movie was great.
People like that deserve to die. In the movies.
In the movies, of course. Oh, Jennifer's watching Christmas movies while watching this. Interesting.
That's a combo.
That is a total combo. I can flip this around here. Well, y'all can't see, but that huddled cocoon right there is Leah. Because it's really cold here. And then right up there is Ed. So we are at our location for our investigation. We've been here for a couple hours now. Just trying to get a feel, get a walk around, or a walk through, a walk around, that works too.
Yeah, there's many floors.
Yeah, there's 4 floors total. We are currently on the 3rd floor. Already had some activity, some things going on, so just kind of let me show you. We've got an infrared camera sitting up right there in front of Ed, and in front of us we have an audio recorder and a K2 meter, and my phone's trying to autofocus on my finger while I point. There we go. The green light is the K2 meter. The beeping or flashing orange light is the audio recorder. And then I have here in my lap my EMF detector with temperature gauge. And you can see that is the true temperature of the room right now. It is really cold.
And I have hot hands in my gloves.
And Leah has hot hands in her gloves. And then I also have another K2 in my hand, which I want to show you something really, really interesting. Just kind of a quick debunking lesson here. I am going live on my phone, which means I am using data. There's a signal being transferred. Now watch as I bring this K2 meter closer to my phone. See that? I promise you, I haven't contacted anything. And as I move it back, it goes away. So you got to be careful when using equipment like this. Whenever you're using your cell phone at the same time, my EMF detector sometimes, yep, same thing. So you'll notice I'm keeping them at a reasonable distance from my phone so that we're not getting false positives. Ed. Oh, Leah. Our baseline temp right now, it's fluctuating between, I'm going to give us a 56 because it's doing 55.9, 56.6.
So it's gotten colder.
It has gotten colder because when we first started it was 60 degrees. And I have not seen the local weather, but I know it's supposed to get down eventually into the 20s. And wind chill factor will also come into play outside, but it'll still make it colder in here. So Ed, why don't you kind of fill folks in on what we've experienced so far?
Yeah, so when we got here, the caretaker, now listen, we do have 4 floors, there's 3 buildings, we're on a 150-acre location. Some of the activity that through our initial walkthrough was, we were kind of guided to a location, and when we got to that location,
There is a train yard nearby.
I don't hear anything that's the ghost train. No, that's
Train, roll on.
And to that point, there is a train. We're across the street from a fire department and a church bell, so that's the stuff
Ed, they can't hear you very well.
So that's something that you want to pay attention to is these, although the church bells is about 5-6 blocks away, you can pick that up on a recorder and you might not know what it is. So one of the reasons why you want to do an initial walkthrough during daytime is to see and hear those things. We didn't know about the train, but we quickly figured that one out. But through our initial walkthrough, we started off on the 4th floor, walked all the way through. This was a place of business many years ago. We were able to, Leah's picked up on a few things on that floor. And I'll let her go into detail on that, but I'll give you a general breakdown of what's going on. We went from the 4th floor, spent about an hour there, came down to the 3rd floor that we're currently on right now.
Hold on. Hey guys, is our signal just bad or is it Ed? Can you hear me? I'm the one holding the phone. Someone give me an audio check.
You're literally a foot from the phone.
Yeah. Kathleen says hi all. Jimmy is here. Jimmy and Kevin are the ones that say they can't hear you.
So we did our initial walkthrough, and when we did the walkthrough, we were guided to one part of the building on the 4th floor. Another train for audio.
Ed is just really low.
Yeah.
If you only knew, Kevin.
So what we need to do is we need to, we did the 4th floor, we got some activity. Leah did pick up on a few things on that floor. We have to be real careful because the state of the building is not the most safe locations, and that's what happens when you do an older location. You got to be safe. We came down to the 3rd floor where we're at currently, and some of the activity here that we have experienced was we had a K2 hit when we first walked in the door. Random, couldn't reproduce it, couldn't debunk it, so that is what it is. We were standing here talking, troubleshooting some activities. Leah has been touched. I'll let her go into details about that activity. From that made our room temperature go up. And if you look at the camera where we can do a wide shot, there's no reason why there should be a jump in 1 or 2 degrees. Because there's absolutely no way you can build heat in a location like this.
You can't see it on this shot because we're on one corner of the room, but it is that was my hand moving in front of the camera. It's a good 100 yards
Easily, yeah.
to the other end of the wall. So, and just while we've been sitting here, the temperature has gone up 2 degrees, but it's still freezing cold here.
So Leah got touched. While we were documenting that in real time, I noticed something I thought was actually a doorway, but it's actually a beam with a light on it. So Mike went down there, did some investigation, took some pictures, and while Leah and I were back on this end because of safety purposes, the only way I could describe it, it kind of felt like a Tasmanian devil that's constantly circling you. Then Leah's hair got flipped. She got a brush across the cheek, but we both heard a audible hiss, and I would say it was fairly loud.
Yeah, it was right. I felt the warmth of the breath on my chin. I mean, it was right in my face.
Leah, you're going to have to talk out from underneath the blanket.
I'm sorry. Well, I'm cold. But yeah, it was, a loud hiss, just like a snake hiss. And then it just kind of got really intimidating and uncomfortable.
Yes. And when it did get that intimidating and uncomfortable, I'll move on. What it is, we left the room and went back down to our base floor, took a break, then we came back up here and we're recording in night vision, We've got our meters and our audio, so we're probably gonna sit here and do an EVP section and see what comes out to play. So that's basically our activity now. We've walked through and found the safety issues and concerns. Got some things we had to debunk and some things we can't debunk. So now what we're gonna do is we're just gonna sit and listen, and that's the fun part that we get to do.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, I'm trying to adjust my light here. I mean, those of you that have been on an investigation like this with us before kind of know the drill. We like to get in here and get a little quiet and see what we can pick up. We'll start asking questions. We can field questions from the chat room. If we start getting activity, though, please don't be offended if we start focusing more on the investigating than the chat room. The type of conditions that we're in this place, like Ed said, we are in. I'm going to turn the camera around so people can see me. The place that we're at, I mean, there are safety concerns here. There's holes in the floor. There's potential rotted wood, and so if stuff starts to happen, we need to focus on what we're doing. So just keep that in mind. It's always safety first on an investigation. And also the floor that we were talking about with all the activity has occurred is the floor we're set up on. So we'll see what happens here. All right. Lee, are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So for the moment, actually, let's try something. Let's see what this setting will look like. Now you can't even see anything. Just trying to see if maybe that would work. All right, so we're going to go lights out. And we're going to sit here for a minute and take in the atmosphere and see what happens.
Yeah, what you want to do is when you go lights out, give yourself about 3 or 4 minutes for your eyes to adjust.
Definitely, because I still see the lantern.
Yep.
Ed, we still recording? Just make sure the camera, since you're standing there,
good.
IR illuminator still working.
Yes, sir.
Brand new IR illuminator, guys. I just want to make sure our tech works.
So while we're waiting for our eyes to adjust and everything get balanced out,
What you got?
shadow again.
All right, I'm going to kill the light on the EMF detector. I will look at it periodically for temperature updates.
Every night back again.
Somebody outside.
Yes, sir.
Somebody singing outside. I don't know if you guys can hear it on the live, but there are people outside making a noise. We are near a road, and there are busted out windows. Setting the lantern in the floor.
So we're going to start an EVP section. Is there anyone here that wants to talk to us? green light here on the floor, right between all three of us. Just come on up to it and talk to it.
Just because we can't hear you now doesn't mean we won't be able to hear you later if you speak to that orange or that red flashing dot. If you get close to the green one, it'll make some lights dance. It's real pretty if you want to try that out. Do you used to work here? What did you do here?
Can you make a noise?
Can you knock on the wall or stomp on the floor? Go ahead, get over there close to the green light. We're not here to bother you. We just want to talk.
We know you're here.
You've already made yourself physically known. Are you unable to speak? Doing a temperature check. I've got 60.8 degrees. Feels a whole lot colder than that. Lee, are you okay? Are you getting anything?
It's keeping distance.
Is it down there?
Yeah, it's like pacing back and forth. That far wall.
I'm gonna stand up. So it's gonna make a lot of noise.
You see.
Hold on, folks.
Hole.
The same one from before? Or different?
It's the one behind us. And it's moving right to left. But it's not coming all the way across though. How would I describe that? Just put the walk back to life.
There's no way it's gonna come up here.
Why is it not gonna come up here?
I don't know if there's something it's attached to down there.
It's very interesting. Ed, can you hold this for a moment?
And I can't distinguish if it's like an object or if it's just the area or the place. But there's an attachment. It won't come to this end.
I got it. Are y'all okay with me walking down a little bit?
I'm fine.
Yeah, I'm right here.
I'm carrying 2 lights with me. You guys can see kind of the condition of the flooring. I don't know if you guys can see right there just how warped and bowed the floor is right there in the middle. Leah said that there is something at the far end of this room. It's pacing back and forth, and correct me if I'm wrong, honey, if I say it wrong. It won't come down to this end of the room. It's attached to something down there.
It's like a dog on a chain.
It's like a dog on a chain.
It can only go so far. It can't come all the way down here.
So I'm gonna walk a little bit down there, but yes, Jennifer, the floor is very sketchy. The place where I'm walking, there's a stud underneath this section of the floor, so it's gonna be very careful. Ed, I swear you were just behind me. I can just see that flooring right there. I just heard what sounded like you were behind me. That's why I turned around. Alright guys, I'm sorry I keep giving you shots of the floor, but it's safety first. Now right here, this post right here, when we first were doing our walkthrough earlier, Ed saw what looked like a shadow of some sort about right up there where the crest of the light is, above that window frame right there. Something passed in front of there, kind of like it was peeking. Now there is a window right there, but when you look outside, which I can't really get that close to the window because of the condition of the flooring, there's nothing out there that would make a shadow. I mean, there's a power pole and some electrical lines, That's about it. Yes, sir.
Can you repeat your steps? Is a step back about 3 steps?
There's a mark on the wall back there that I'm trying to get a clear shot of. But trying to get through here is very tricky. Is there anything down here that wants to talk? The object in my hand also records, so I may not be able to hear you right now, but we can go back and listen on this. Anybody watching, please keep your ears tuned. It appears to be a water stain of some sort. Because right there looks like maybe it was at a window or something at one time, and it stained the brick, but that is a very interesting design that it has formed into. Is this where you like to hang out? What's got you tied down back here? Whoa. Does this mark have something to do with you? Just gonna stand down here for a second. I still have this light, but I'm gonna keep the flashlight off for a second. All right, putting a K2 meter in the floor. Yes, sir. Yeah, I just reached down and put a K2 meter in the floor. I'm actually going to kill the lantern for just a second. All right, I'm down here where you like to hang out. I've got a green light on the floor in front of me. Can you come near that light, please? Adjusting some equipment in my hand. Getting a temperature check. Sir? Say that again? I'm not antagonizing. It is a lot colder on this end, and it's 63 degrees down here. I don't mean you any harm. If you want to come over here into this green light, just let me know you're near. Give me some type of sign of your presence. Make a noise. Can you say anything? Hold on. Yeah, go ahead. Do what? What are you seeing? Right there? I'm going to point at it again. Right there? Oh, under this. Wrong setting for the lantern. Yeah, I can't walk over there to look. The floors are really bad right there. See, this mark on the wall, phone got close to the EMF detector. Right here is the darkest part of the mark on the wall, and then it goes down and it fades about midway, and then it gets dark again. All right, going dark again, guys. Guys, there's light from the light from the window reflecting right there. So it's so hard to. I wish I could get over there, but the floors are not safe. So dark part, light part, dark part. Whenever I turn the light off, right there in the middle, there is a beam of light coming from the windows over there. Hold on. all this for an investigation. Stand by, guys. Am I in it? Yeah. That's light from that window right over there. I don't think y'all can see it on the camera, but right here where this dark mark is, which is less dark when I'm actually standing on top of it, that's kind of weird. But right here, whenever I turn the light off, there is a light coming from the windows on that end. And from the far end of the room, it looks like there was something standing there. Whew. All right. I'm fixing to walk back down to the other end if you're not going to make a noise or say anything or make this light change. It's really cold. Doing another temperature check. Showing 62. I'll keep it out of my pocket for a little bit. Yes, ma'am. Okay. All right. Okay, that was weird. I just heard what sounded like somebody sigh over there. So I'm gonna make my way back to where the rest of the team is. Gotta find a safe place to cross the floor at.
Just come stand here. I'm sorry you did that. Just come stand. I didn't like, do anything. Yeah. Just stand here.
It's warmer.
Yeah, well, it is warmer, yeah. Are you feeling anything? Face that way. Yeah, you are. He's doing it too.
What?
You're teetering.
I don't feel like I am.
We were both doing this. You lean forward and you get pushed back.
Weird. I don't feel it.
But I get it more this way. I mean,
You don't think it could be the floor?
Well, I mean, anytime, it doesn't matter if I try to compensate the other way, then I push back against it. And then if I going more so in one direction or the other. But it doesn't matter which way you're trying to compensate for it, I'm pushing you back against whichever way.
So whenever you told me I needed to come back from down there, I don't know. I felt like I heard something go.
So when
I
you
don't
were,
tell you to come back for no reason.
when you were walking down and you thought I was behind you,
Mm-hmm.
I think we got that on camera, partially at least.
Okay.
The pole disappeared when you walked past it. Somebody's starting to dance for a party.
And I think that is, female reproductive.
The mark on the wall?
It's a uterus.
Well, the more you look at it, when you're actually down there, I thought it was a water stain, but the bricks are just darker.
Yeah.
It's the fire.
Everybody still with us? Y'all been quiet.
I think that's why it was giving me such a hard time, because I'm the only female here.
Right.
Maybe you just got a wider stance than I do, Mike, I'm telling you. I feel like I'll come off my heels, but my chest gets pushed back.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like somebody's, if you go forward, you're being pushed back this way.
Right.
And if you stay back this way, you're being pushed towards forward.
Investigators wobble, but they don't fall down.
I don't know, it's weird. I mean, maybe I'm overcompensating for it and causing it myself.
Oh, look who finally decided to join the party. Hi, Leah.
Oh,
The other Leah.
maybe she's our number one fan almost.
I know, right? That's not how a number one top fan acts, Miss Cloud. Leah, can I get you to hold this for a minute? I want to put my gloves on as well. It's starting to get chilly.
Oh, when you were down there, I heard somebody come up the steps.
I heard you say something about that.
But nobody was out.
Oh, and well, I told you whenever I was downstairs, I actually did run into somebody.
Yes.
And he was down there working, because I was hearing doors shut, and then I was like, oh crap, it's happening.
Oh, we lost by 4 points.
Yeah, I saw that.
It's so weird. When we were up here doing our initial walkthrough, I was as warm as could be, which I was having that sunburn effect too. But I can't, for the life of me, get warmed up at all.
I'm freezing up here.
Yeah. I've even got these hot hands in my gloves, and it's...
I don't know if it's the temperature up here or anything else, but
Oh, man. Lee, go ahead.
I'll take the phone back. The EMF detector had full battery, and now it's down to 1 bar. Whoops. There we go.
I would like to go back down there, but I don't think it would be wise for me to. Because, I mean, it was
You'd be walking into the lines, Dan.
flat out challenging me with that hiss when we left.
Yeah.
And I don't,
So when you told me to come back, when I needed to come back this way, what side at me? Or what made the noise at me as I was coming back?
it was getting tired of you being in its space.
it was a like, get out of here.
Right.
Leah said she needs a swag shirt so she can have the other Leah put on it.
I know I need to get some, we're gonna get some ball caps and stuff too. Slowly but surely.
This time of year, it might be nice to have beanies.
You want beanies. I'm drawn down there, but I know that that's
It's a trap.
false invitation.
Yes, it is.
So, not. I've evidently already been scratched in this room, so I need to just stop.
Well, now that you mentioned that, I didn't want to go into detail because I
I'm
wasn't I wasn't sure if you wanted it mentioned.
Well, I mean, that's what we're here
Yeah.
for. Is
Kevin says beanies rule, by the way. So you guys that are listening keep hearing Leah talk about the sunburn feeling. Well, so when we first entered this room, she said that she just felt like heat, like a sunburn on her back. Well, I immediately had a kind of a momentary flashback to another investigation many years ago, and I had to ask Leah. I said, "Step over here for a second. Let me look at your back." And sure enough, on both of her shoulder blades, she is scratched. No way she could have done it herself. The way the scratches are lined up, it's not possible for her to reach back there and get them that way. And it is 3 scratches on each shoulder blade.
and I bite my nails, so I don't even have nails.
Right, and it wasn't scratched enough to bring blood. It was just like first layer of skin type scratch, but enough that she felt it. I did take pictures, but it's up to Miss Leah as to whether those are ever released or not.
It kind of happened just right in sequence where we first walked in. I said, what did I say? Oh, this is uneasy or uncomfortable. Or
Right.
something. And then your meter went off,
K2, yep.
and
Same
then
thing.
I started getting that sunburn feel.
Right. Edward, you wanting me to do something?
Mm-mm.
You walk,
I'm just trying to disprove something.
okay, because you walked over here and touched my shoulder.
Mm-mm.
Is it with still with the teetering? Or
No, I'm past the teetering.
Okay.
I actually think I was subconsciously doing that myself a little bit.
Oh, okay.
All right.
So this is not an original floor. This is an addition when they,
59 degrees.
the way you can tell that is, you can see where the bricks are here. It's where they used to have four-wheel rail cars. So this is I would assume there were usually just 2 floors here, but they put one in the middle. Nothing wants to play tonight. Not anymore now.
Mm-mm.
Could you get a visual on what was down there?
It looked like something out of a comic book. It's like the
Camera's moving.
huh?
Camera's moving.
Froze.
Teetering.
It is going back and forth. Maybe it's trying to focus.
It might be trying to focus.
Yeah, I think it was focusing. Sorry.
Okay. Good catch.
And it does look like that. We're here.
Can you make a noise from all the way down there? I heard you sigh at me. Why do you not want me in your space? What's got you bound down there? As Leah puts hot hands in her shoes. How did you come to this place to begin with? I'm not trying to yell, I'm just speaking where you can hear me all the way down there. What's keeping you down there? Is there a boundary you can't cross? Is something stronger than you holding you back?
That's a really long bell. You not hearing that bell?
I heard it briefly, yeah.
It rang 7 times. The other times it only rang 3 times. Maybe that's the 10 o'clock. I don't know. I'm just saying.
I want to say, what time is it? 10? Time check.
Yep, on the dot. Nice. We need to confirm that.
Well, then why would it only ring 7 times?
I don't know. Maybe he's Quasimodo drunk.
Sanctuary, sanctuary.
Tired.
Nobody pays attention to me.
He rang the first 7 times and he flicked at the last 3. He's like, there, I did it.
I wonder if anybody else is, it's like it's a boundary, it's not a,
Like someone has drawn a line.
someone has drawn a line.
Can you tell what kind of line? Are we talking biblical authority here, or has someone come up here with salt? Some other sage, something else?
It's like a veil.
Human or inhuman?
Do what?
Human or inhuman?
What's that?
Oh,
That
man.
drew the line?
What this thing is.
Oh, this is not human. No.
And then to Ed's second question, the veil.
I don't know if maybe it was maybe a worker that was having some issues and kind of did I don't feel like it's a physical, like assault. It was like spoken or,
Okay.
you know what I mean? Like, it's not something physical where they laid down something to draw a line. It was spoken.
Okay. Think it was biblical? I didn't think so.
I don't think so. It's a belief system, but I don't think it's,
Right.
kind of reminds me of that druid. The Gray Veil.
Mm-hmm.
It's very reminiscent of that.
You weren't there, but I've had experience with that. If anybody hears any shuffling, it's me trying to put my right glove back on without dropping the camera. That is skill.
I don't think we're gonna get a lot of like rackety type. It's gonna be up close, personal, like heavy sighs and touching.
Yep.
I don't think it's like a very audible type. You know what I mean? Like bangs and clangs here and there.
No, it wants to get in your face and make sure you know it's here.
Exactly.
So what you're saying is we're not dealing with a poltergeist.
As far as noisy spirits, no.
Correct. That's there's it's a Carol Ann.
Well, you were describing that. Oh, what's that noise?
What it sounds like.
It actually sounded like a sound.
54 degrees in here. Leah said y'all stay warm.
Trying.
Well,
I need some more hot hands.
I've got 2 more in my bag.
It's easy to get cold.
Well, and Ed's got, see, Ed bought 2 packs. I bought 2 packs.
Here.
We're settled.
It's helping though in my shoes. Yeah,
Man.
this thing is trying to be as subtle, but and when I say subtle, it's not your typical of where like knock 3 times and you hear like knock. You know, it's not going to be one of those type things. It's very intimate and personal in your face.
Yeah, with the way it was hissing at us earlier, it was,
Right.
and the noise it's doing over here, so
Of course, you know I want to go back down there. It's probably not a good idea.
I think it's a horrible idea.
It's hard to put your finger on it. It's such a different feel than what we were used to.
Mm-hmm. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. I was leaning toward it. If there's such thing as a malevolent spirit, this is a weak one that knows its limits. But it knows it can mess with people, but it knows that people know they have the authority of it. It's going to be banished away. Maybe that's not me, but
I mean, there are lower level things, and we've dealt with that kind of stuff before.
Well, I mean, I don't know about its strength, but it does have a, I don't know what I was about to say it and then it left me. It's a very almost kind of like it's just slowly wrapping, kind of like a python, I guess, would work. Like it's just slowly wrapping around you, and then before you realize it, now it'll. It's trying to slow dance.
That's a very good description, yeah.
It's trying to dance.
Ed, we're still recording, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just making sure. Oh, why has my studies left me? What? Well, probably not a good idea to mention it here. No, I've got a name,
Oh. Well.
but I can't remember. So, in this, oh goodness, driving me nuts. Crushing spirit, described like a python. It's in the Bible. That's all I'm going to say.
Well, something's got my back just ate up.
Ate up in what way? What do you mean?
That's just hot. I would play that off the titanium and air. But no, I'm not being.
Leah, can I borrow your phone for a second? I want to do an internet check. This is going to drive me nuts, so I got it.
You wanna do a what?
I want to look up something online. Here, you can hold my phone. It's warm.
Yeah, mine is nowhere near any of that.
Is anybody watching, getting anything, notice anything?
Are you mad that we're in your space?
Just making sure.
All right, trade out. Whoops.
Oh, I don't need
I can't hold
that.
both.
I'm sorry. Leviathan.
Huh?
Leviathan.
That's a different spirit.
But what is that?
The spirit of Leviathan.
Yes.
He's the twisting spirit. He twists things.
That's what I'm getting.
Like when two people are communicating, and like I say something to Ed, the words are twisted in the translation. It's the spirit of Leviathan.
It's here too.
There's also
I'm starting to get really uncomfortable.
Yeah, he's coming up this way.
okay. I already said the name because that is its name.
What?
Python. It's also a spirit of divination.
So I'm getting all type of static electricity right now.
I'm gonna lay this down now.
Quiet in there.
I gotta put my gloves back on.
You know?
Do what?
It's usually not that quiet.
I know. Guys, are y'all still with us? It's kind of odd that y'all aren't saying a whole lot.
I'm going to show them the view of,
Yeah. I'll go over here and
because they can't see nothing. But the lecture. Is it only twist communication?
Oh, it can. That's just an example.
I think this, and I put it in quotes, reality is being twisted.
Ed, we are not recording anymore, and it's about to die.
No sooner it's that, man, that's why it's so quiet. Okay, are you ready, Michael?
4
Battle.
can be.
Whenever we use audio, I'm so sorry about these hot hands. It just takes so long to shake them up.
Sounds like it's a flock full of pigeons.
It's exactly what it sounds like, isn't it?
Is it?
Sounds like a flock full of pigeons. You doing that?
It just takes so long. I'm so sorry. It's worth it, but
So I'm wondering, the memory card is probably full. I probably need to do a memory dump if we want to keep recording. What time is it?
I think it's 10:16.
Do we want to kill video?
Yeah, I said kill it.
All right.
just explain why.
No, I meant this.
Oh, I thought you meant live. The live.
Well, I mean, we're not recording, and I'm going to need to take the SD card out and dump it. Do we want to set it up and keep recording, or?
I think we're in a situation where collecting evidence is not a concern right now. I think we're being manipulated by media, I agree with you.
All right, so we're turned off the video recorder. Yeah, Leo, we're getting a lot of stuff going on, a lot of manipulating, so to speak.
Closer.
Do what?
I said it's closer than it was.
There's more than one. There's the thing that's on the wall. Is
Something's playing over here before.
oh, okay. That was right on my left ear.
What was it?
And you felt the heat from it. It's super loud.
I will be dipped.
What is that?
It's my laser pointer, my laser grid.
What about it?
I put brand new batteries in it before we left. I put batteries in it long enough to push the button one time to make sure it worked, and then put it in my bag, and it's dead.
Because we would see what's going on. There's a red light to it? Or is it bouncing off?
Hold that. That's really strange. Because it's not even a red laser, it's green laser.
Right. That's why I was like, maybe this was reflecting off the metal part. The light down there. It's, what is that, 51 degrees now?
Yeah. I'm hoping that was outside.
Yeah, I'll have to go check. So if
It's
not,
super
that.
loud though, and yeah.
I don't think so. Come on, quit playing hide and seek and peekaboo.
Jason says the building outside feels like it's been looking at me all night.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
All right, I think I've got one more set of batteries I'm going to try with this thing. Can I hand you that?
I'm sorry, Leah. I know we're kind of limited on video as far as y'all being able to see things.
Well, they just get to, now everybody gets to see the view that we see all the time.
Right.
All right, this is what an investigation
Yeah.
looks like.
This is exactly what an investigation looks like. That right there.
Go to the bathroom, turn your lights off and sit down. That's the same thing.
We're just not in a location that we can run off the main camera.
Yeah. This is exactly what we see all the time. And that little faint light there in the background is a window opening. And then right here,
I think these batteries are just cold.
I don't know if y'all can see that shadow or not, but right in front of me is a beam.
Sorry.
But we've been getting a lot of sighs and stuff, like in our ears, real close to our ears. So hopefully, since you can't really see for video, maybe you can hear that when it happens. Mike, I don't know. Y'all can't really see that. Shoot, I can hardly see it. He's setting up the laser grid. Oh! Can't really tell. Is it supposed to be that faint? Or is it just because we're in such a vast space?
Well, it's a combination of, I think, the batteries are cold. Because when I first turned it on, it was really dim and it's gotten brighter.
Oh, okay. Because you can't see it on the camera at all. I'll walk right here maybe. No. Nothing. I mean, I can barely see it.
Come on, walk across there now. I'll see you.
How far up are you, Mike?
2 beams down.
I'm going to come up and stand behind you. Well,
I'd actually like to get up to the next post if you can get me some light.
that's where Ed and I were having our experiences. We're right up here. Well, a little bit up. like in between these two beams. I was going to try to get some of that laser grid if it would show up. Slightly, it does, not really well. But looks like little twinkling stars. This just doesn't really pick it up. They can see it a little bit, not a lot. It got brighter there, didn't it? Whoa, what is that in the far right corner? I thought I saw something walk across it.
Sure looks like it.
Now keep in mind, because I can't keep this thing stationary because I'm holding it.
I know, but they were blacked out. It's not like they were moving. It was blacked out.
Okay.
And then it goes dim. Shouldn't still be cold. And you're holding it too, so that would give it heat. Hang on a minute.
What?
Where's, just for orientation, where's that black thing on the wall?
Straight ahead.
Well,
Right there.
okay, now do the grid light again.
My thumb was going numb. No pun intended, or rhyme. Ed, are you behind me?
Yes.
Okay. That was very sudden.
Sorry.
Okay. It seemed like at first that all of that was blacked out where that thing was, but it's not like that now.
I see what you're talking about, because even when I'm moving it, it looks like you can.
Oh, that's.
Like
oh,
it, yeah, see?
Yep. So,
And that shouldn't be happening.
no, it's not.
Flashlight again.
See? How weird is that?
It absorbs the light.
Huh.
What's that right there? Right hand corner in the floor.
Yeah.
Floor's bowed up.
It kind of looks like a small knob or something. No, not that. I see where it's tiny and tiny. All right, you've got our attention now.
I'll change hands.
When we light this back up, just walk across it.
What is that in the middle?
Sorry I'm doing that, because I still see that mark on the wall.
I swear, Mike, I thought you were breathing right in my ear. Like your face was right on me. Oop. Just walk across it.
So be quiet.
It is.
We're not hearing as much from the outside anymore.
Mm-mm.
I'm getting closed in.
I'm right behind you.
We're getting a circle on the wagon mentality.
Yeah.
Hear that?
Mm-hmm.
Come on, do it again.
Hands are going numb.
I mean, it definitely has us all bunched up in a.
Mm-hmm. It kind of seems like it'll go so far to change what we're thinking and to get us off our toes, but then it stops. It won't go any further. I mean, is it acting like it's got more strength than it does?
No, I think that's the.
Bending
It's
the-
wanting to appear low.
Ah.
Because if you appear low, then it's not worth
Mm.
Right, that's me.
dealing with.
That's why I was doing. I was counting the shadows.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do when they renovate this part and get rid of you?
I just want to know why, of all places around here, you would want to hide out here. I mean, you can't get too many visitors. I mean, the three of us, I just want to go ahead and speak with the authority. You can't bother any of us. You have no authority over the three of us. You have no place over the three of us. So when we leave here, you will remain. And you know by whose authority I speak there. So just letting that be known.
Whose is that?
It's the authority of Jesus Christ. So again, I ask, why do you hang out in a place where not a lot of people come? Are there workers here that you bother? Is there a particular that you bother? And he somehow has, they, he, she, whatever, has somehow pinned you back? And you're here just trying to find a way to get back?
You're in the right direction.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
We'll get on the other side, man. You know how loud it started getting when you did that, Mike?
Yeah, I can hear the road again.
It's whomever has done whatever to keep it.
What is there a trash can right here?
Yeah.
Okay, because it looks like there's something right here in my line of sight. It
There
is a
is.
trash can. Okay.
Yeah, so,
Whew.
That they were Hispanic.
The person that
Yeah.
blocked it.
So I don't feel like there's a Catholic connotation to it. I feel like, so maybe it's something that's more cultural from where they're originally from. Like a protection.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just not familiar. I know that there are different interpretations in the Hispanic community, even of, you know, how we were talking about La Lorna, how some find her good, some find her bad. It just depends
Right.
on what part of. So I don't know. And it's not like the Santa Maria.
right there.
Okay.
Sorry. I stepped on the rock. Keep going what you're going.
It's not the Santa Maria. Is that? Am I saying that right?
I don't know what you're referring to. Santeria.
Santa Maria. That's right.
Santa Maria's the
Santa
boat.
Maria was one of the boats. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I knew what I meant.
Door to your left. Figure stepped out.
Santeria. It's not Santeria. It's cultural, but I don't know. I'm not that familiar with. A lot of the Hispanic community that I'm familiar with is either Catholic or Protestant, like charismatic,
So you're going down the right path because
but it's not. This is more indigenous.
Is there a door there?
yes, and it's not going through.
But I mean, like, there's a solid door right there.
Yeah.
No, there's not a solid door. I don't think there's a solid door.
Wait.
Because, like, I can see that the laser's going in the room on the right, but on the left, it's stopping at the entrance.
Put the.
Yeah,
Okay.
it is something solid. Now wait a minute, that doesn't make. If there's something there physically,
Wait a minute.
What?
They were both open, weren't they?
they were when we did our initial walkthrough.
Yes.
All three levels had the double bathroom doors. Now I take that back. The fourth floor actually was sealed too.
I thought they were both open. Well, I mean, obviously not, but
But so
Okay.
that would debunk any type of reflection or anything. It was just a distraction.
Or was through our initial walkthrough a distortion of the reality?
Ooh, that's very possible. Probably was. That explains why you were guided into a room that. What's the temperature?
It's back there. It's in the chair.
I just don't know how many belief systems other than Christian are within the Hispanic community. I'm sure there's a lot of, well, every culture has, like the folklore and the, what do you call it? What do you call it, Mike?
Legends, folklore.
But yeah, but belief systems. Oh, I just can't think of the name of one of them. I mean, it's not their religion, but they still have things they do or practice because it was just passed down.
Family tradition.
Yeah.
Traditions, rituals.
We're on the right track, but that's just not the word.
Practices. Anybody in the chat want to try to take a stab at this word?
Oh, that's going to drive me nuts.
This is, I think, finally giving out. I need to invest in some lithium batteries for this thing. Yeah, it's out. It's dead.
Superstitions.
Ah! Did you come up with that, or did somebody in the room?
No, I did.
Okay.
Old wives' tales. Yeah, I guess that too. But you know, every culture has their superstitions and things that are passed down.
Well, so for the live video, we're going to be wrapping it up because we told the caretaker we'd be out in a few
Oh
minutes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Here, I'll let you have
But-
it.
So the reason why we don't want to, if this was like a client's home or business, and they wanted us to discover what's there and get rid of it, we would. But in this current situation, we're just doing just your regular investigation,
This is fact gathering.
evidence gathering, fact gathering, absolutely.
Leah, Ed, walk ahead of her.
I'm trying to get y'all to come with me.
All right, Ed, as you were saying.
Yeah, so in this situation, all we need to do today, your standard investigation, we collected evidence, we're gonna go back and review it. There is something here, I think it's very obvious. We have physical manipulation, physical touch.
It's 48.5 degrees in here, by the way.
I feel it.
And it has come down, what, it was 60 when we first got in here?
So we're not gonna come in here in this situation and cleanse anything.
We're not going to stir the pot.
No.
One, the homeowner hasn't gave us, or the owner has not gave us permission, so. But I'm sure he's watching. Thank you for allowing us to check this location out. Absolutely would love to do it again. Maybe in the summer.
Come on, wimp. These thermal socks I bought were pretty good, though.
Yeah, titanium in my back.
Oh, yeah. Oh, your foot. Yeah. I'm the only person in this room without metal in their body.
As you fall down the steps tonight.
No.
You'll get your own metal.
Wrong metal.
But, so something, are we still live?
Yeah, we're still alive.
Sorry, my ADD's kicking in.
Squirrel.
We are going to do another guest invader.
Cut. Cut.
Yeah.
Guestigator. We're so loud we're setting off car alarms.
Yeah, so,
So-
we're gonna have another one come in January. We'll try to find a location with heat.
If not, bring your own supply of hot hands. And bring some for Leah too.
And on that point, we are in a group that we're not gonna turn down an investigation because we're gonna be miserable, cold, or,
Yeah, I think this proves it.
we've done some locations where we're just completely miserable in the heat, 95 degrees at night, no airflow or nothing. But yeah, just pay attention. We'll post something in the next week or so about bringing somebody else for another investigation. I'm not even gonna attempt to say it.
Oh, Kevin said, "Guess the gator."
Guess the gator.
Guess the gator.
Yes. It's when we take our trip to Florida.
Right.
To the Everglades.
And we set you loose. Yeah.
Which one has a gator? You get to guess.
Oh, there's the guess. The gator.
And we do have another member of the team, Jack. He's not here tonight, but we definitely want, if you follow us or you know somebody interested, our goal is not to be famous. We're not going to do a YouTube channel and all that cool jazzy stuff. We just want people to learn how to do this correctly, understand the dangers. I mean, we kind of specialize in the demonic or the benevolent, but in this situation, I mean, some of the dangers could be literally fall to the floor.
Yeah, right.
Then you go to medical things. You have to worry about, blood sugar drops, not being hydrated enough in the wintertime.
Hyper and hypothermia.
Yes.
And guys, I think I said this at the beginning of the live, or I might have said it before we went on live. This is the largest location that we as a team have ever investigated, and we didn't get all of it in tonight.
No,
We didn't even get half of this place in tonight. We've done 3 floors on here. There's a whole other section that we haven't even been to.
3 floors of the main building. There's 2 additional floors in this building. Plus, there's 4 additional buildings on this property. So I mean, that's a lot of location. It's right at 150 acres.
Yeah, this is going to be a multi. If it was a multi-night investigation or multi-date, definitely we can't get it all in one evening.
Or if we were one of these really cool groups, we would make this a mini-series. We'd have a mini-series ghost hunting. But the thing is, if you do go investigating in a location,
We turn this into a bed and breakfast. What are you talking about?
that's right.
Anyway,
You would watch that. We could have had bats in here, or spiders, or brown recluses, or
don't say that around Leah.
snakes.
Yeah.
Winter just kicked in, and they're going to find something warm. So you've got to not only look for the dangers of the supernatural, but the naturals are some of the concerns.
Yeah.
Environmental, all
Well, I mean, y'all saw the floor that as I was walking there to the other end, and up on the 4th floor there were actually holes in the floor.
Well, the stairs leading up were.
Oh goodness, yeah. The stairs going up were almost at a 45-degree angle.
Circus field.
And I don't mean 45 degrees going up. I mean they were tilted to the side. So you're going up 45 degrees at a right 45-degree angle. I mean,
Politicians.
if you got vertigo, not a good place to be.
Yeah.
Right, Ed?
Your laser light got me mad.
Yeah, you're making it trippy.
I was about to hurl.
I was about to go.
Yeah. That's what my stomach was doing. But we thank everyone for tuning in.
Definitely. Always.
If you're interested, come investigate with us. We would love to have you. We got some new equipment that we're playing around with. We're going to get some more new equipment. I think the next thing we'll focus on is actually get some swag.
Yeah, a variety.
And so we're going to be working on that. We got some exciting things for the future, but I think tonight's big thing is we want to go home safe
Yeah.
and go home warm.
Word.
And the main thing with these investigators, just standard investigations, treat these like you would camping. Leave no trace behind.
Right.
So don't leave your garbage or your. I'm not gonna get into a rant. Just clean up your mess. Make sure it's the same way.
Leave it better than how you
Absolutely.
came to it.
If you can.
I mean,
Which that's what we're fixing to do as soon as we get off here, is just start breaking everything down, which thankfully is not a whole lot, but we actually get to do this in the dark, because some places we go to, we actually get to turn lights on when we're done.
Not here.
Not here, no.
but on the other hand, if you know a cool location you want us to come check out, just let us know. Shoot us a message. We'll be glad to check out those locations for you.
Or if you are having issues in your own home.
That's it. And that's our goal above all this other cool stuff. The technology, the cool places, the historical locations. Is just make people feel empowered and comfortable in their homes. Your home is your sanctuary, so we don't care about finding a cool EVP or the cool shirts or the cool equipment. It's just making you feel comfortable in your home. And that's what we do, and that's what we specialize in. Anybody got anything else?
No, we're ready to go. I just did one last show of the temperature, and it was fluctuating between 48 and 49 degrees. So I think it's a sign to get on out of here.
Yeah,
And,
we're freezing, found it out.
yeah, I know. So, guys, again, thank you for tuning in, as always, and we'll see you on the next one.
On to
Night.
next.
All right.